Hey, it's New Game Club, a podcast where we play a game and talk about it for, I feel like forever now, but we've only just started. I'm Chris, and these are my co hosts, Tiffany and Alfredo. Spoiler warnings, we're going to talk about basically everything, and even we're coming up on the end of Act 1. So if this is your first episode, this is kind of a crazy one to start with. The last we left off, we were hanging on a cliff. So we're at the boss. It's
Yeah.
the lamp master, which is a crazy thing. It's a
So
guy holding lamps.
paint the picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
paint
gotta
it.
You
paint.
Paint me a
Yeah.
picture. Let me close my eyes.
okay. So you come up to the side of a cliff face with an opening in it. It's dark inside. Passes lined with these red flowers. Red flowers is like recurring thing here. And as you
Huh.
walk past these lamps, they light up and make it like a ding sound, and that just keeps happening and you keep walking into this dark cave.
Pitch black. It's pitch black.
Yeah. And then you finally come into like an open cavern, and
Did
then
wait?
you
Did any of you?
see.
Okay. Did any of you see that and think anglerfish?
Yeah, I mean it hangs
Yeah.
down, right? Like a
Yeah, you're because you go into that cavern and you see that big pink light, and I was like, "That's a trap. That's
trap is
that's
trap.
not. Yeah, trap is trap. I don't want to go towards that. That is I've seen fish. I've seen Finding Nemo. I've seen fish get tricked by this. I'm not because even
I'm not no
there.
fish.
Yeah. Sorry, but I just had.
Yeah.
I was like, I just didn't want to
No,
get you
yeah.
guys' opinion on that.
I feel like that was intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Lamp Master, he's like, his body is just like a ball, and he just got a bunch of hands and arms sticking out of him, holding a bunch of lamps.
He's
And he's
like
got like this big sword in one hand.
he's like a biblical angel, but hands, and he's really jazzed about lamps.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
his
he
face
does.
is like four hands with the wrists all together.
Yeah, like labyrinth, where the hands are talking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the biblical angel is a good comparison. He does look exactly how you would how
Yeah,
they
instead of
picture
like a
them.
million eyes, it's a million hands holding lamps.
Yeah,
He's really jazzed about his light sources in his cave.
and his lamps they do have combat. He does use them for combat. He has a couple attacks with them, and they also you can destroy the lamps also.
I thought that was an obvious weak point when the fight came up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did
There
you?
was
So
like one point where I like shot it and it's like nothing happens and like or something.
yeah. It
They
tells
were
you
weird.
when you shoot them all out, and then he relights them. It's like, oh, he relit his lamps. So it's telling you for a reason.
Mhm.
I thought it was a weak point, like you said, obviously, but upon hitting them, it doesn't do that much damage to him. So
I took
there
it.
had to be a reason.
I didn't. Okay, I must have been overpowered because I didn't struggle with him like at all. But I took the lance coming on as like a big attack charging up. So I just
Yeah.
always threw him off whenever I got the
That's
chance.
exactly what would happen. If you left the lamps on, he would do like a big powerful like purple lamp blast that would like at least for
Didn't happen.
me
Didn't happen
at
to
my
me at all. So-
difficulty would instantly kill me. See, and
God,
that's why I do think you guys need to play a little bit of a hard difficulty because
I
then you're
might have
missing
to.
a lot of the game if you're just running through these enemies.
I might
Because
have.
Nah,
he
I'm
has
playing on normal. I'm not playing on baby mode.
but I'm pretty sure you saw the lamp attack then if right the purple.
I mean, if you're also not pairing it,
Okay,
but
so yeah, so I
Yeah.
think you guys might want to up the difficulty probably to like I don't know maybe hard or like the hardest or I don't know what they were.
There's only
there's only three.
there's
Oh, then you guys might want to meet
easy,
me up
normal, and
here
then hard.
because you
Yeah.
you definitely are gonna see more of the attacks because I even with the other boss I think you guys didn't really see some stuff that I saw because you guys are just
Really?
beating them on the first
He saw
try.
he saw your death before your
Yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
Well,
I was not first trying every boss.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I I pretty much first tried every. I
Well,
first
yeah,
tried
if
the
it makes
lamp
sense
master.
if you're not pairing, it makes sense you're not first trying the boss because that's a big outlet for that's a big damage thing for me. I do so much damage with those parries.
Damage and anti damage.
Your stacks with Gustav, you would get a
Yeah.
bunch
Mhm.
of stacks with him. But yeah,
Um,
that attack it hurt. It would almost instantly kill my entire party or whoever it hit.
Okay, yeah, I just saw the attack here. mention in my playthrough. Yeah, it hurts the entire party, but yeah, it doesn't insta kill me on normal
Oh,
difficulty.
it messed
What
me up.
what percentage of health would you say it takes away?
So yeah, Lamp Master triggers a dark explosion. Okay, he did. It says 250 to Lune, and it exhausted her. 250, and her total health is 1,254.
So
Yeah,
like
I was getting hit for a lot more than that, I feel.
20%, like a tiny amount.
Yeah, because I remember before I figured out the timing, it would be just game over. If I did not take those lights out, it would end my entire run right there.
Damn.
But once I figured out the parry, I realized I did not want to take those lights out. It was actually beneficial to leave the lights on because he has another alternative attack where he blows up the lights and it fires individual lights to hit you. And I was using those to stack my AP so that I can do more powerful hits on my turn. So I got to the point where I was like, it just helps me more to not stop him.
I can see that.
Or what I would do is just take one or two out. So that way he didn't have them all lit, so he couldn't do the final attack.
So I blasted his ass and he died, and I was like, oh, that was fucking easy. He has a second form, it turns out. More
She was the
lamps.
hardest.
Lamps were more powerful, I think.
He had different attack sets for sure.
I think there was an
Yeah.
attack. I always turned the lamps off, always turned them off, so I didn't have any problems. But I think the attack was that the lamps would shine in a specific order that you had to shoot them in.
Yeah. You had, and that's how you did like the major damage to him when you did that.
Okay.
But this boss took me the longest out of any boss. I just kept dying nonstop. A lot of his attacks would one hit my characters. So if I messed
Yeah,
up
it
any,
took me quite a few tries.
That's crazy. Well, I did look at my level. I'll say it when we're done.
yeah, because
Say it now.
you definitely went through the game a lot different. Basically, how we want to go through the game, that's how you went through the game.
Well, so my rule is when games like these, when I think I mentioned this last time, when there's like free roaming enemies and you can walk by them and fight them or run away, I always fight them. Like if they're just there, I fight them because fuck it. Unless they're like too easy and it's not worth my time. But it's like you're in my way, like I'll fight you, whatever. I'll get some XP and money for freezes. So to break it down, Tiff was 19, Fredo was 20, I was 27.
Jesus Christ. And the two of us were on the same difficulty setting. So
yeah, but it definitely makes a difference. I have a feeling
I was more the expected level, maybe a little bit below, because I was fighting most of the enemies until this last zone.
Yeah.
Which is also part of it. So I fought them multiple times because I'm like, oh, I didn't explore over there. Let me go back and fight them again just to look over there.
Just the fact that Tiff and I are basically the same level shows that's probably the level they want you to be at that point.
I mean, I'm not trying to farm levels. They just, if they're there, I fight them.
No, I've played games with you before. I know how you play because I like to think I look at every corner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Tiff likes to think she looks at every corner of an area, but I've never seen anyone look at every corner of an area like Chris does. I've seen him play, and he will check the corner of a corner. He's definitely there. He's looking at the dust particles, and he will find something.
We've all played games together too. I will say the way I play games solo is a lot different from when I play with other people.
I'm pretty sure I've seen your solo gameplay because you basically lived with me for like a week or two.
Yeah.
So we would just sit there in silence playing games with each other. So I'm pretty sure I've seen kind of your solo because I remember you were just sometimes in games like I think we were playing Dark Souls 2 or 1.
Yeah, I remember that.
You were just looking in every corner in the entire area. And I was watching you and I was like, holy shit, you're going back to that corner just in case you missed something.
well, once I found out the invisible walls were a thing, you got to hit on the wall.
Yeah, that definitely was a thing that you did.
Oh my
god. But no, he was really hard. He was a really hard boss.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, you definitely, especially at the level, you need to go to the hardest difficulty.
My thing, I mean, maybe I will, but typically going into a game, if it doesn't say it, sometimes I'll look it up, is like, what's the recommended difficulty? This game even says normal is what we want you to experience from this game.
So it's a story game. Which a lot of times story games will tell you, hey, play at the not the easiest, but play at the one like, this is how we want you to play, this is how we want you to experience it. Because it's a story-based game. But I also don't think they
I do like
want
a
you to
challenge.
kill a boss so easy that you don't even see his movesets. Because I'm pretty sure they don't want to see that. It was a team of It was a team of what, like
I
Claire
have to look
Obscur
it up. I meant to look it up.
33. It was
I
a
think
team.
that's a rumor. I don't think that's real. I think they do have a small team, but I heard that they had a lot of people that they would outside contract for a lot of their work. So technically, more than 33 people made this, but I do think their core team is pretty small.
Okay, so
Yeah.
but it's still crazy that they probably spent like weeks, or who knows, I don't know game development, but like weeks or months
Very long.
on a boss,
Yeah.
and then it's like oh, we want you to play this difficulty, but I don't think they expect people like you to be 27 to just pub stomp that boss and just completely
that's
destroy them.
that's fair. That's my thing too. I want to experience. People put time into it. I playing Red Dead Redemption. I'd stop and look at a tree and be like, man, that's a good looking tree. So it is a shame that I just blasted their guy.
Yeah, because that attack wasn't necessary, but it's a cool thing to see. Because
Um,
with the second form, you break it, he dies and falls into the
yeah,
water.
he's
Well,
just like,
dies, quote unquote, but it breaks open the cave wall, and now you see the sea,
mhm.
and you see the skyline, and now it's a little brighter in the cave. Then he comes back up from his form, or
Now he's
from his
floating.
dead form, and now what? He's what?
Now he's floating and not standing on his hands.
Yeah, and
Oh yeah.
he has new move sets, which I
Mhm.
think one of them was like a multi attack, like 4 or 5 of them, like da 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 da, just nonstop attacks,
Yeah,
but
and
very
one of
easy.
them's the fake out attack where
Yeah,
he like acts like he's gonna hit you, waits a second, and then hits you.
I would say his second form was easier than his first form, but I don't know if it's just because I died so much times I played his first form that I was like, even with new move sets, I was basically reading him like easy,
Mhm.
but. Yeah, so now the scene's changed. Now we have an opening. We have some light coming through the cave.
It's like
And
twilight out,
yeah,
so
yeah,
You
yeah.
got
Like
Edward
not like
Cullen over there.
super bright daytime, but not night.
Mhm.
yeah, and yeah, you kill him again. You kill him
Uh,
for the second time, and he falls into the water again.
you find
And then you
SK.
find Flory.
You find Flory.
Bloody.
SK absorbs Flory.
Oh, one, yeah, he like absorbs it. And one more thing before we move on. The music in this boss fight, top tier.
I don't remember the music. I
It's
was
been
kind
so
of just trying
long.
to
I
fight.
don't remember.
I was
Uh,
just trying to get through that thing so fast.
And the music in general in this game is very good.
Amazing. I love
yeah.
it.
SK is like, hey, I got my rock. We're here for you. It was just like a rock on the floor. Like it wasn't even special. They had like they kicked rocks around and went, oh, here it is. Right?
Yes, yes.
He absorbs. CL and Lune are like, all right, let's go. They jump down. And Gustav's like, hey, let's throw rocks because it means something to me.
No, I
At the
think
very first opening cutscene, Gustav is throwing rocks out into the sea in the direction of the paintress, and the Mael comes up and they're talking. So,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
mhm. So.
And it
so
comes up a couple times with them.
yeah, like a
Yeah,
couple
but
of camp scenes with them.
so this is where they got too basic. I feel they did. I didn't know something was gonna happen, but I knew something was gonna happen because they did the thing where it's like, let's unnecessarily separate. So like one person jumps
Yeah,
off into the boat, which is Eski or whatever his name is.
yeah. SK absorbs a rock and turns into a boat.
Yeah. So
But he doesn't
so
change shape. He's
Yeah, no,
just
he's just floating now. Well, so the whole thing is he can swim, he can fly, and it's I feel like implied he's going to be able to fly us around later, but we're
yeah,
all too heavy for him to carry us. So Flora gives him swimming strength to carry us. I think is what is said. So
yeah,
he's
something like that.
but I think
so he's floating down there. They
CL
jump
was
down there.
Yeah, she was the
Yeah.
first one to jump, right? Then it was no, it
Mm.
was Loon was the first one to jump. CL was the second, but she was a little scared because of the water. So I think
That
Gustav
makes
kind of
sense.
comforts her, and then she jumps in, and then they have like a little moment where they talk about something, and then that's when Gustav talks to Mel and is like, "Hey, for old time's sake, want to do this and this," and they have like a little cute moment.
Dingus.
But at this point, I was like, multiple things happen that's gonna make me think something crazy shit's gonna happen. Because for one, we split, where now they can't come back to us. Two, um, we're having a cute moment in a very so far kind of darkish game. So that's like how they say in horror movies, don't have sex, don't be alone, don't do any of these
don't have a
things.
touching moment.
Don't have a touching moment in a sad game, because that is not a good sign. But
And then Gustav is like, man, I really love you, and how much we're gonna spend, how much time together.
Don't talk about the future. Don't say, hey, I'll see you later. Don't say any of that, But yeah, if you guys want to continue, I just wanted to say that just because I was like, this is where I knew something was gonna happen.
Yeah.
If you're analyzing story, those are definitely big story markers for something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so let's set the scene. We got a cute moment between Gustav and Mael, the adoptive siblings who love each other. There's like a nice, gentle music background, like bonding. And then suddenly the music cuts out and it like goes into like the dark of the cave. And then you hear the thump of that cane.
The cane that always
Which
comes out when Gary Oldman is around.
So that part bugged me because that is like the very big fact. Like that is the very big telling thing that's that character, the cane, the doof, doof. They heard it on the beach. Every time he pops up, they hear it.
I will say, I think in the edit, it's meant to be something we can hear, not that the characters can hear, because they don't react to it.
I can get that, but at the same time, it's a cave. Someone is walking up on you. It should be pretty loud, and they are just like, oh, yay, yay, these rocks! Woo, look at this rock. Meanwhile, he's not being quiet about it. He's just walking at a pace that a man would, like a businessman walking to work. So, I thought that was kind of dumb.
Or I would say the pace of somebody who knows they could kick your ass, so they don't have to bother with being sneaky.
Yeah. And so at this time, you continue? Yeah, just continue.
Yeah, so it keeps building up. He's getting closer and closer. The cane's getting louder. Yeah, Mael is like looking in his direction but doesn't see him for some reason.
Because Gustav's back's to him, right? And Mael's looking at
Gustav's
Gustav.
back to him. Mael's like staring in that direction.
We're gonna live forever.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like just talking shit, like having fun, and then boom, Gustav gets shot.
Fucking nothing personnel, kid. Straight.
Yeah, and it wasn't like in dumb like movies where it's like I've been hit and they're in the shoulder. No, he got a fatal wound. Didn't die, but he got a fatal
but not immediately fatal.
Yeah, like he's gonna die.
Abdomen.
Yeah, no, and then abdomen. Hey, that's like one of the worst spots to get shot. So, so he's definitely like fuck. Or gotta keep it PG so we get more people to watch. He's definitely
said it a couple of times.
He's definitely cooked.
Jesus.
Well, it's as long as you don't say within the first, I think, minute, you're fine.
I mean, it's a podcast. Podcast rules are different.
Yeah,
it's
different. But to make it bad at this time, that happens up top, and I think so. Gustav kind of is hurt, but he's not out, right? He's still able to kind of fight.
Mm-hmm. He's functioning,
which he does. He does kind of turn on him and to protect Mael, even as
he's
injured.
So there is a bit of a moment here.
Mael gets trapped in like a force bubble.
So we have to assume Gary Oldman summoned
to keep her out of the fight, out of harm's way in a way,
or Elisa, because I think she's there too. I don't remember if they show her at this point.
I don't remember.
Not yet, but she's. Yeah, Gary Oldman doesn't even know she's here yet. So.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so she does get put into a bubble. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she tells Gustav.
She's trying to tell Gustav to run.
Run as he has a hole in his fucking stomach. Basically.
Well, because that was their plan. That's what they said. They said, "Hey, if this old guy comes, I want you to run." And she's like, "I'll run if you run." And he's like, "I'll run so fast, I'll even be ahead of you." So she's like, "Run!" Like that was the plan. You need to run, and then he just turns around and fights.
He's not an idiot though. At that point, he knows what's happened. He knows like he's screwed. He's captured. He has to fight at that point.
And I feel like to some degree, maybe he was always planning on fighting regardless.
No, yeah, and
that's the run plan.
That's 100% because that's Gustav from the beginning. He's
Yeah.
shown as the person who's always he's doing it for the kids. He's doing it for the future. He will die protecting her.
Did not see this coming. I mean,
No.
So what would he? So he's fighting right now. He's fighting. And
did you guys
at
struggle
this-
with this fight? I didn't struggle. If there wasn't a story reason,
The scripted story fight?
well,
the one
I
he
mean,
lets you hit him like 18 times in a row before.
doesn't he hit you at some point?
Yeah, but he lets you hit him like nonstop in the beginning.
I don't know. And you take
Does
like no
he hit
damage. You
you?
take like no damage. I feel like he hits.
He
All
hits
you
you
have to
once
do is
at the
get
end.
to 10 of Gustav's charge.
Yeah, he probably just wait. I thought could have swore there was a fight.
Oh, yeah, you hit him and then you knock him back. Yeah. So you got to get the charge. He's letting you hit. He's just walking towards you. He doesn't care that you're hitting him.
Yeah.
That's
You're
showing
doing no
how.
damage to him.
Yeah, even if Gustav wasn't shot at his strongest, he can't even compete with this guy. This guy is just a different level.
Yeah,
He-
you're like
he-
wailing on him and doing nothing, and he's
he-
like just not even reacting because like you can't do shit to him.
Mm-hmm. So, but eventually
And,
you do
like-
get your full charge. And what's that attack called with his
Overcharge?
is it overcharge?
Hand
His thing is called it's overcharge when he gets it full red, isn't it? I don't know. It might be overcharge.
Yeah, no, the attack is called overcharge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you overcharge, you hit him, and he goes flying into like the cave wall and falls. So you think,
Oh, wait, and before you finish the fight, Luna and Sayel notice like, hey, these guys are taking a while.
This-
And
no,
like,
but I think
thing is coming.
that's after you finish the fight.
No, it's
No,
during the
that's
fight.
during the fight. There's like a little mini cutscene.
Oh, is it during?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was after when he gets back up.
Yeah, no, it's like during the fight.
Yeah.
Like a couple times.
It like cuts away and then they're about to go see what's going on, but then the lamp master comes back.
Yeah. And this is another part that got me really upset because you're riding the boat with Esquite.
SPA.
Esquite. You're riding the boat, and he is once again insanely powerful, apparently. And it's like bring us back up there. I can't. Use this.
Well,
But it's like
he
why
can't
can't
fly.
you beat him?
He's too heavy.
But why
the people
can't
on
you, as an extremely powerful being, just beat this thing that we just beat?
Oh,
in a
really
second?
quick. Yeah, something we didn't talk about. The proof of his powerfulness. One of those giant Nevrons, the face sucky ones, comes up, and that SK just grows like 4 times and it just rams into him and flies off.
Yeah.
I remember exactly when that happens. But he
one-shots
just-
him.
He just one shots him and leaves. Like he absolutely could, but he just doesn't.
And that's my problem with him. It's such a poorly, I guess, written character in a sense because you can't give us an not all powerful, but extremely powerful companion that just doesn't do anything when we need him to do something. And that's why I don't like that powerful watcher archetype.
You can make the argument they could have like climbed onto the side of the cliff, and SK could have done something outside of
He
like,
could have
oh,
done so much.
he's too heavy for flying. Like, okay, well, we'll get off you. There's a cliff right here, and you can go do something.
Yeah, lots could have been done.
Maybe that is what they did because we have no idea how they ended up beating the lamp master.
That is also true.
But because I remember they had asked him that they wanted to get back up there, and he's like basically saying, I can't do that.
Because he can't fly. That there is a reason for that. I'll give him that. They've actively
But-
said he can't fly with people because he doesn't have his rocks.
But I'm sure he could throw them. He's a very strong
No.
guy.
Now that's an answer.
Yeah, and I just maybe we'll learn more about it. But as of now, just from what I know, but I know that he's a strong guy. I think it was pretty dumb that he is just useless in a fight because he should have been able to one shot that Landmaster.
I could see that as being kind of a cop out as far as like we have a powerful guy and he just can't. But I mean, it's the same thing with like I don't like to talk about it, but with like Harry Potter and of like, why didn't they just take the luck potion and go look for all the things? Like they could have just.
I haven't finished Harry Potter. It's
Why-
only been out for a year. I still get some buffer. I gotta watch it.
or why didn't all the people at the big battle of Hogwarts take everyone? There was a bunch of people there. Why didn't they all take a luck potion, even just a sip of it? And you can't be like, well, they didn't have any. Well, there's a teacher who actively gives it out as a gift. Like they had to have some. They could have all just
What
taken
if
it. No one would have
the
died. But the thing
bad guys
is,
have anti-luck potion?
maybe. But it's also Harry's a fucking idiot. He's a dumbass jock. Like, of course didn't think of
He's a
something like
dumb
that.
jock.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
that's what Gryffindor is. They're the dumb jocks.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, you can argue like, oh, was that like a loophole? Like, no, the character's just stupid and they don't have this full scope of the story like you do. So to some degree, yeah, maybe they could have jumped off, but they're also panicking and dealing with the handmaster, the lamp master.
He gives hands.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm just like I said, I don't know, but I just at
But
face
yeah,
value, I
I
didn't
could
like
see,
that.
yeah, where you're coming from for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
But I do like how they did give us the alternate perspective because I don't like in games where it's like,
Yeah, because
why wouldn't
you would have
they
questioned that
help?
for sure. Like, hey, where were they?
Yeah, like they heard something. They must have been like, hey, it's been 5 minutes and they're still up there. I don't know what's happening.
There's gunshots and screams
There's
of pain.
Yeah. Is that blood flying through the air?
You know, Gustav.
Yeah, it looks like Gustav's blood.
Golly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you blast him into the wall, and then he just doesn't give a shit. I think
And
he
Gustav's arm falls
explodes.
off.
Oh yeah, falls off. Okay.
Yeah, it's like too much for it or something.
Which is crazy because I've done that move 100 times, and now it's a fucking problem.
Yeah. So he gives it one last charge and gets sword to the gut.
With like fucking Naruto ninja speed, like it's insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, after the first shot, we're not getting out of this. Gustav's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, I wasn't expecting it either. I completely 100% saw Gustav as the main character. I know you can switch between
Same.
characters, but yeah, but it's like Gustav is like the first person you play as. He's the first person you see. He's the main character.
Yeah,
And
that's why I didn't see it.
Act 1 is subtitled Gustav.
Yeah. Well, now we know why. Hey, Gustav, this is the only part where he's in the game. But I love how they did it though, because he has an entire tree of abilities that you never get to.
And now it's just like, I bought him hair. No.
He has hair. He has like clothes.
Oh yeah, there's like his skill tree. There's a bunch of abilities that are on there but locked. Like, oh, maybe later on in the game I'll unlock a way to use them, but they just kill him.
Unless he comes back in some way, that's such a perfect like video game fake out. Like to make you think that there was something more here, I guess.
I don't feel like he's gonna come back.
I don't think so either.
This isn't the type of game where they're gonna be like, oh, he's back.
I feel like Lucian has a better chance of coming back. Probably not though. Gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's is he gonna attack Mayel at this point? Gary,
he's just talking to her. Mayel's crying over Gustav, and he comes up and he's like, "You won't understand, but this is a kindness, not a cruelty."
Because he wants to keep them in the pain tricks.
And he's like, we both just want to protect our family.
Mm-hmm.
And then he makes her astral project and gives her a vision.
He Doctor Stranges her.
yeah, exactly. And she hears
like a man and a woman.
Subtitles call them unknown man and woman. They're talking about like, oh, you shouldn't be here. You're already here. Might as well stay. No, go home. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Which you can argue with. No, I don't think that's necessarily connected. The fact that she's here and she's young, and Gustav's sister tried to talk him out of it, or he tried to talk her out of it, right? He was like, You have a good 7 more years. Like you could be here." She was like, "No." It's kind of a connection. That feels like a stretch. I guess you can, unless if we're going back to the Mael and Alyssa are the same person. I don't know. That's how unknown it is. Like I don't even know where it would be connected to.
Yeah, because like they're physically in this scene together. Like,
And everyone
Hmm.
knows if they're both in the same place, they can't be the same person.
yeah.
Well, yeah, if it's a time thing, I don't know how the time works in it.
I don't know
What
if
if
it's a
the
time thing.
paintress is Miles' real mother, and she's made a version of her to have there with her?
But then why would she be wandering around with Gary Oldman?
Because I mean Gary Oldman seems to be the protecting the paintress, so maybe it's like that's the family.
Yeah.
I don't know. These are all just theories,
This is
game
my big
theories.
wife, the Patriots.
Yeah. So Miles' astral project vision ends. It looks like Gary Oldman is going to attack her, and then Verso comes onto the scene and
And then I wrote down, oh,
blocks it.
it's Gustav, but in the middle age instead of an old Gustav. And then I
It
wrote
looks
maybe
just like
maybe
Yeah,
all
all three of them look really similar.
and then I wrote maybe just men with beards all look the same to me.
no. He definitely looks same, kind of the same hair type as Gustav. He
Mm-hmm.
has somewhat of the same facial hair as Gustav, just not as thick.
I did
He
know.
looks
I
just like
don't know
Gustav.
if I maybe missaw it, but I also wrote that he has a scar, like a
He
similar
does. He has a
scar,
scar on His left eye, I think.
which Gary Oldman has a scar.
Yes,
It's on
he
his
does have.
right eye.
It's just cool to have scars
Like
in
a
your
Yeah,
eye.
like a
scars are just
big
cool.
ass.
I do like scars,
But it's
unless they're
it,
mirrored, and that's why they're the same person
and
because they're mirror
I
people.
no I that's why I think time does have a thing because they all look alike, just different. One is like
Okay.
20s, one is like 40s, and one is like 70s or something.
I'm glad I'm not the only one at least that had this
Yeah.
thought.
Because I don't, because you can just leave it up to like, oh, they just didn't design them well enough because they look too much alike. But I don't think this game is very detail oriented, so I do not think they're gonna be like,
It feels intentional.
oh, all these characters are gonna look the same. Just and we're not gonna fix that because it's okay.
Yeah,
Um,
so Gary Oldman says to the mysterious stranger who we later learn is named Verso. It's like, why are you here? You like gave up on everyone. Uh he gets distracted. Gary Oldman gets distracted by the masked girl being there and just lets Verso leave with Mael. Or no, they don't leave together, but just lets them leave.
yeah, he's just like, all right, I'm out of here. For
Yeah, it looks like he
some
doesn't want to fight.
reason. Well, I guess if they're both immortals, then he's like, okay, you're someone who actually has a chance against me.
Uh, yeah, so Gary Oldman's like, so that's it then? You set us down this path. Are you prepared for the consequences? To
Mm-hmm.
Verso. Like, what does that mean? Oh, and then
He's
Verso
he's gonna
says,
be like, I'm taking the Patrix down. I'm done with
yeah,
it.
he says she'll never paint again. So obviously, Verso wants the paintress dead.
And there's so again, there is some sort of relationship, or at least symbiotically, Gary Oldman's benefiting from the Paintress.
But the thing is, like, I can understand the younger people and like being like, I don't want to. Like, what's her name? The one that looks at Mael, the masked girl,
Lisa, Alyssa.
Elisa.
Don't remember.
I
I can
think it
see
might
that
be Alina.
she's super young, and he's the father figure of Renoir is like she
Very
believes and
good.
she follows everything he says or whatever. And
Yeah,
then the middle one is like, I see these lies, I see this, and he's kind of rebelling against, the whole paintress thing. But I just I don't understand what he gets out of the paintress. Because like, let's say it's not that theory of like, oh, hey, if she dies, we all die. What else could he want? Why else protect her? He has to be getting immortality from her.
Yeah, so after that, we go back to camp scene. Mael gets comforted by SGA.
I wrote down. I feel like SK gives the best hugs.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he
yeah.
gave her a hug.
He
Yeah, yeah.
gives her a hug and she like falls asleep on him. Ciel and Luna are talking, and then Verso comes up. And yeah, then he drops a bunch of lore bombs. He's like, yeah, I look like I'm wearing an Expeditioner's uniform because I am. I'm from Expedition Zero. And
Mhm.
so is that other guy who attacked you. His name's Renar. Or however the fuck you pronounced it.
I'm gonna continue to call him Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Well, is it possible that Verso is like Gustav is a descendant of Verso then?
Possibly.
Is that why they look
Yeah,
alike?
so he's like,
It's his
yeah, we're both
old
from
grandpa.
Expedition Zero. Renar was our captain, commander, whatever. And then, yeah, when we came here, some of us just stopped aging. We're not really sure why. We think it's the paintress. So that's
Some of
why
us.
he wants to protect her, because he wants to
Hmm.
keep living forever.
I kind of got the vibe. eh, Maybe I'm remembering something wrong, but Gary Oldman's like has a family that died or he lost, and I think that's why he's clinging onto Alyssa,
Yeah.
because like this is my found family, kind of thing. I need to hold on to this.
Yeah, so that's another way
Hmm.
he paired uh him and Gustav and then her and Mayel like mirror each other.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and when Verso comes to camp, he brings Gustav's arm with the Lumina converter MacGuffin that we don't really know exactly what it does,
The
but
I
it's
Goonies.
don't.
important.
Why not bring his body? Like why? Like let us get a burial. Let us
It
do
got
something.
exploded, probably.
Did it? I don't think.
I
Did it?
don't.
I don't think
He
we.
got
Wait,
I mean, we didn't
stabbed.
see it, but he. I can't imagine he's like cool.
I don't know. All the other bodies we find here turn into like statues.
True.
Yeah.
That's about it, I think.
Yeah. So I wonder what's gonna happen moving forward because
Yeah.
Gustav
So what
was
do
a
we think?
very important part of my group. He was my breaker. He was a role I need to now fill. Which
I took him out immediately.
Oh
wow,
no.
that's crazy because he breaks very easily. He breaks the armors they have.
Yeah, I did look very briefly at Verso's kit. There's
I
a
don't.
lot of similar abilities to Gustav in
I
it.
assumed. I
Okay,
assumed
yeah.
that would happen, and that he's like holding, he's holding Gustav's arm and just throwing it
He
around.
gets all of Gustav's weapons.
I assumed.
Okay.
He he goes and gets a little mustache, and he's just like, "I'm your Gustav now. Don't worry."
Come here, child. Um, yeah. So I'm actually different in that I did not get rid of Gustav. I got rid of Mael since she seems like the duelist. I put her because I don't know if your party dies, you get to bring in your last member to
Mhm.
fight
That's
as a
happened to me
last stand.
once.
So I like Mael because she has the duelist look, and also I can give her stats that when she fights by herself, she gets like way stronger. And there's a couple of Pictos like that, so she just becomes like a pretty glass candy character when she's alone. And I like to think that the adults are the front line protecting her. Then when they fall, she's the back line. Like, oh, now I have to fight.
I would assume that would be how it would go, but
Yeah,
she
'cause-
definitely can hold her own.
yeah, but I don't think Gustav would be like, "Hey, come join us in the fight and have that adult who can fight right behind us." Like, he wouldn't really do that.
Yeah, I just stuck with the first three.
He's not gonna do a lot anymore.
Yeah, that's too soon.
Ah,
That
too
that's
soon,
shocking.
Gustav.
And then after I did that and I saw that, I kept getting a bunch of TikToks of people doing that and their reactions and like screaming, like girls screaming, like what happened? What? And it's and I'm just getting the memes where it's like, oh, when they tell you to pay, when they tell you to play Clair Obscur, it's Expedition 33. It's a fun game, and it's like, oh, the fun game, and it shows Gustav died.
Damn. I mean, like for sure. Again, I knew something bad was gonna happen, but starting it, you never would have expected that a main
Yeah,
character,
you don't
the main
expect
character.
a Ned Stark to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
it's definitely one of those things that there are certain video game moments through your life that you remember. This is gonna definitely be one of them for
sure.
me.
same.
Um, like it, I and when I'm gonna like recommend this game to people and just wait till they get to that point. So I can be like, so how did you like it?
Hey, really quick before you climb that mountain, just make sure you're at your most emotionally vulnerable.
Just watching them and they know something's gonna happen.
God damn
Yeah,
it!
it was so much of a thing that when it happened, I was texting my girlfriend. I text her. I'm sad.
Yeah.
And I texted her the entire, I lore dumped her with everything. I was like, so this just happened. And I took a picture of him on the floor.
His dead
And
body.
yeah, I explained it all to her, and she's like, "Oh, that sucks." But I was like, I had to talk to someone. Couldn't talk to you guys because of the podcast.
Yeah.
So I had to talk to someone about it because it was such like a big thing, and I had no friends that played this game besides you guys. So I had to talk to
Crazy.
the closest ear that would listen to me.
God, is there any other bits before we close out, or what we're expecting? I feel like we kind of dipped into what we're expecting next.
Yeah.
So
I have no. I just kind of, well, a lot of times when I take stories, I just kind of go. I don't. Sometimes I don't try to figure it out. I just go, well, whatever happens next.
so a little metagamey. Like we know there's 3 acts. We're going into Act 2. I assume Act 3 would be when we actually get to the Paintress.
After Verso
And
explodes.
I'm pretty sure I've seen online that like there's a big twist at the end of every act. So
Yeah.
what the fuck else could happen?
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know. This would make a really good movie. I feel. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a movie out of it. If they
I
make a
don't
movie
know.
out of
I
it.
feel like a lot of times the story's good in itself. I feel like making a movie shortens all the stuff you get out of it.
But yeah, I mean, it's Hollywood.
True.
Money's
They've
money.
been, they've been trying to make a Bioshock movie for like fucking 15 years.
Oh, that's gonna suck if they ever make it.
It's gonna suck donkey balls.
Yeah. But
So I do imagine you could just extrapolate, not even having to spoil that there's going to be some kind of other major things at the end of the next acts, but it's just like what happens now? Like what could happen?
You know.
Gustav comes back. Like that's the only thing. Like, oh my god, he's not dead.
But he comes back as something that's not like Gustav.
I
don't know.
So one thing I was
we
thinking
would
about, I don't think it anymore necessarily, but what if the gommage is what like she uses to paint the Nevrons? And there's like an exchange of like their souls or whatever are going somewhere. And she's using them.
Oh,
like
it's
that
equal
one boss
exchange.
fight Nevron with the rose. Like it's the same rose that Gustav gave Sophie. Like I had a thought like when I got there, like, what if it's like Sophie's soul in this Nevron? Like
Maybe. If not, maybe another expedition who gave another person a flower and is connected to it.
yeah.
But
But why?
see that like
But why? Like why take the souls of these living things to make something that's just like blip? Just throw it out there and just
I mean,
leave it
it's
there.
bled to us, but to the paintress, it's her kids. I mean, why do we eat chickens and cows and stuff? To some degree, you're always shading on something smaller than yourself just because you don't think it has much of consciousness as you do.
But then why give such special attention to Expedition Zero and those people that keeps close or like protects? Like she's keeping them alive, so it's like obviously she sees us, she knows us, unless she's using them like pets.
They're the ones who got there, and then they realize the truth, and then she's like, "I'm gonna do this for you if you do this for me."
Oh, they definitely realized the truth because they got to her and they like, oh, now we're gonna protect her. So they found something that
they saw the code.
You saw the code, yeah. It's whatever they saw shocking.
I'm just dropping mad Matrix references from here. I hope everyone's seen it.
Yeah. Everyone's seen Matrix.
So I don't know.
There's like something weird going on with Maya, like a reincarnation or something, maybe because they like talking about stuff like, "Oh, you don't remember this," or like, yeah, and what was her name? Elisa's like monologue, like sins forgotten. Like,
what if Mael and Elisa's are fragments of the Paintress?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, I said it right now.
Oh, okay.
No, it's an original thought by me. It's okay. So can you go off on that? Because you said it before. Because I don't recall. Say it again. What's your theory on the?
That was like 30 minutes ago. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just for whatever. Maybe they split. Maybe she's split herself, and maybe that's why she's all crazy. Maybe that's what she. Have you? Because did you guys see that statue of her? She's like huddled down, like she's like crying. So she has to be in some kind of pain. So maybe because she's split up into these other people, she's not complete.
Well, maybe the first expedition. Maybe they got there. Some of them try to kill her. She got split. And maybe when they did that, they started the world like they started seeing like the reality crack, and they're like, no, we have to keep her alive. Let's not do this. But by that point, it was already too late because she split. One
Maybe.
part of her
I
went
mean,
there, one part went here.
as a storytelling rule, typically if you're covering your face, there's a reason. I assume Elisa looks like Mael because she has a mask on. The paintress also always keeps her face covered. Eh,
Yeah,
if we're just thinking about it like
Possible.
meta, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it could be some sort of person who got their soul split, but then I guess that goes back to they just didn't talk about it. But like, how much do we know about Mael's parentage and stuff? I'm lost at for what direction this could go.
but I think that's great because the thing is, unfortunately, for a lot of us, I know I am like this. I know maybe some of you, maybe either of you are like this, but I can't watch. I mean, I can't. I can't. I love watching movies, but a lot of times when I watch movies, I know what's going to happen already. Just because when you watch a certain amount of movies, you get that pattern recognition where you start to see things. It's like, oh, the same thing with the Gustav thing. I already knew something was going to happen because in video games this happens a lot. It's the video game where it's like someone's behind a glass and you're watching them, they're gonna die. They're and you can't get to them, they're gonna die.
That's like it's
So
weird that I'm trapped in this room and my loved one is over there.
yeah, hey, I see you. I'll get to you right now, and they just die. So I will say that in this, I don't know where it's going. I don't have that pattern recognition because they haven't really given us much, but I feel like they've given us a lot. If we knew the ending, we would be like it
Yeah.
all. They were basically telling us already, but since we don't know it, and the little pieces they're giving
Like,
us
yeah,
mean nothing.
they've given us breadcrumbs, but they haven't really given us any world building, so we don't know how they fit together really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I do feel like we'll start getting a lot of that pretty soon, but god damn.
Yeah.
such a great game so far.
Like if we
Ah,
don't understand like how their lore works, we don't really have a way to predict what
yeah.
things do what.
Which as storytelling, like I think back to the beginning where you said that they don't just dump a bunch of exposition on you, like if not telling us too much leaves us with more questions, which leaves us, I feel like, with a better story.
Yeah, because I know me personally, like fantasy worlds, I love figuring out their lore. And
Mhm.
like so that they're not just like coming up front and telling us it. It's like really has me invested in learning more about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's lore edging you.
Which
Yes.
you should get more into Dark Souls and stuff. I know you were playing Silk Song and prior
Yeah.
Bug Bugman, the other game they made.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Dark Souls is
That
so
you
good. If
definitely
you
know the title of.
and I know the title. I've played it and totally didn't just stop playing after I beat the first the easy boss apparently. Um,
Wait,
but
Hollow Knight's the only boss you actually beat still?
yeah, I mean I beat it rolled credits, so in my head when I see credits, I'm like, all right, I'm done. I have to like force myself to get back into it.
So you haven't even seen Radiance.
No.
you
Um,
definitely need to play Dark Souls, Tiff.
yeah, Dark
That's
Souls is
a
very much like that.
crazy lore world where they don't tell you much at all, and you
All
can learn
all the
more
lore
from
is
it.
in the fucking items that you pick up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you read the items and it says stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's Act One. We'll see what happens next time. This is New Game Club project where we get together and talk about games with that we don't normally get to talk about. So if anyone wants to talk about it, we are here, New Game Club Pod at gmail.com or New Game Club on Blue Sky. New Game Club on Blue Sky. Um, just see what happens next, I guess.
All
Yeah.
right.
And
See ya.
can we actually have a moment of silence for Gustav? Let's just not say anything for a bit, and then when you hear us talk again, that's when you know the moment of silence is over.
Well,
All right.
before that, R.I.P. Gustav. And as we say here, when one falls, we continue. And now we'll have a moment of silence. We'll have a moment of silence and just keep listening to the silence and go re-download the podcast to restart the silence because it's really important that we think about how sad we are for Gustav. Bye.
Bye. The silence time.